Hello, my name is Michelle. So, I actually forgot I was doing this, which is why I'm 76 pages into the book, but I am currently reading Ready Player One by Ernest Cline. What finally got me to pick it up was that my family and I were on a plane back from a vacation that we took, and my brother started watching a movie, and it was Ready Player One, and he told me that it's actually one of his all-time favorite movies, top 5 movies. And I was like, what? How did I not know that? Despite it and the book being both popular and out for a long time, I really don't know anything about them except that they're sci-fi and they revolve around a video game. So my brother got his friend from work to bring the book in, so I have this borrowed copy, and I finally started it, and the text is really small. So I think this is going to take me a little while. What I wanted to say is that I really like it so far. Immediately within the first 2, 3, 5 pages, I really liked the voice. I think I really like the writing so far. And I love the world building. I think it's super interesting. In most sci-fi stories that decide what the future is going to be like, I feel like technology is always advanced. But then on the other hand, society advances linearly with technology, and so they're both better. What I like about this is that technology has expanded, has improved, but society has fallen to the wayside. So it's a really dichotomous picture of trailer parks and dump yards, and then virtually this perfect world. So I really like that dynamic. I like that the main character is fat, although his avatar is not fat. So technically in the movie, well, they probably wouldn't cast a fat guy anyway. But plus it makes sense because people spend all their time online and not getting real exercise. It's exciting. I don't read a lot of action, adventure, quest sort of stories, but this is really exciting, especially because he's about to find the first big, he's about to make the first big discovery, and then I think the whole dynamic of the story is going to change and put him in the spotlight, which is really cool. It's just fun. It's a fun read. I've been reading a lot of book to movie things lately. I love the mixed media way that the different pieces of art communicate. The only downside to that is then while I'm reading, I'm like, wow, this is going to look so good in movie form. Wow, this is going to look so good in movie form. But then I have to finish the entire book before I can watch the movie. So there's a sort of impatience that it adds to it. But hopefully then I'll just get through it faster. I'm very excited to watch the movie with my brother because I love him. Update you later. Hello everybody. I am back. I don't remember exactly when I started this. I think it was 2 to 3 weeks ago. I don't know. It feels like a million years because of quarantine, but it definitely wasn't as long as I think it is. I know that. So I finally finished. I read 160 pages today, which is a lot because I don't know if that means any. The words, it's really dense. They're close together. It's small type, conceptually complicated. So all the world building and all that kind of stuff took more time to process. For the first a lot of pages, I was going at a pretty good clip. And then I got to this part where our protagonist, this isn't a spoiler. I don't think I told you what this book is about. Maybe because I didn't know before I started reading, or because I assumed most people know. I don't know. It's set in the year 2044, and it's about a big video game competition set in this thing called the Oasis, which is a virtual reality world that's just super vast and people kind of just live in. The creator of the video game dies, and he leaves his whole fortune and legacy in the entire oasis, which is like pretty much parallel to leaving the entire internet to whoever can win this competition. And so our protagonist is a kid who is about to graduate high school, and he's been studying the 80s obsessively because that's what the creator was obsessed with, and so all these clues are based in all the pop culture and stuff from that time. So it's about him and other people that compete. So the part that I stopped reading at is when there's a scoreboard that whenever somebody gets a new part updates, and he was in the lead for a while, and then I got to a part where suddenly he wasn't in the lead, which is bound to happen, obviously. You can't have your protagonist in the lead the whole time because then the conflict just doesn't feel real. So that's why it's like not really a spoiler, but I have this habit of when I get to parts in books and shows that I know I'm not gonna like, I will stop reading or watching them, and I always totally plan on picking them back up, but I know myself, and if I don't do it right away, I normally don't, which is why I'm a serial show not finisher. So I took like what felt like a month break, but it was probably only a week and a half, and then I picked it up today and I was like, okay, I'm gonna read. Okay, well, I've been telling myself I'm gonna read 20 pages for like the last 5 days, and I even put it in my calendar for today's Monday, and I put it in my calendar for Friday and Saturday, and I didn't do it. But I did today, and then I ended up just reading the whole thing. It was good. I liked it. I'm giving it a 3.5 stars. It was fun. It was just a fun read. And I think I'm always surprised by things that are fun because I don't generally pick up books that are fun. I pick up books that will make me cry. So I'm always surprised when I read a book that's just fun all the way through. Also maybe because I think it's harder to write fun books, because in order for a book to be good, there has to be stakes. There just has to be. And a lot of times that means having not fun parts, exactly like the part that I stopped at. But even that wasn't not fun. I just wanted him to like win, you know? Anyways, I liked it. I gave it a 3.5, which for me is a good book. I would recommend it to people, especially anybody who likes sci-fi or world building or internet-y type things, or the 80s, but I probably won't reread it. Partially because it's so complex. But if the movie is good, which I'm really excited, I'm anticipating it to be very good. I feel like that's the sort of thing that I would definitely rewatch. Yeah, I guess that's it. We're hopefully gonna watch it tonight. Okay, bye. So, I'm going downstairs to watch Ready Player One. My blanket.
I'm more excited for me to watch you watch the movie.
Oh, okay.
Because I've already seen it like 7 times.
My brother thinks I'm deaf.
No.
He knows this is really hard. So he makes me wear headphones because he doesn't like to turn the volume up as much as I like it.
Fucking deafing everybody else.
I'm not deaf. His roommate just has a really loud computer.
And she hasn't got used to the jet engine yet.
So I wear one ear out so we can talk. I'm excited. There's no building in the book. Look, he's blue. Okay, that's cool.
Isn't that
That's
dope?
cool, yeah. You know, in the book, they even have all their meetings in the Oasis. Oh, yeah. That thing. We're taking a cooking break, apparently. Okay, my thoughts so far. I guess this is just going to be me pointing out all the things that are different and whether or not I like them. He says his avatar looks human in the movie. I think it looks like an alien. Well, that's kind of different because he looks like a just more attractive version of himself in the book. And then I'm like really upset that Artemis isn't Asian. They don't have any reason not to make her Asian. Wade is appropriately nerdy, I think. And Sorrento totally looks like a Sorrento. H does not look like how I pictured H. Although I do like that I can tell that it's definitely a female's voice with a voice changer. I think that's cool. Small dumb things, like the fact that when it opens, H is hunting for this artifact with Dato and Shoto, except they just call him Sho in the movie. But in the book, Parzival is the one that goes on the hunt. And also in the book, they don't know Dato and Cho until after the first gate is opened. But I understand, you know, like establishing character and stuff. It makes sense that they know them.
The movie is Daito. Daito and Cho.
Okay, sorry, Daito. I don't like that the first gate is a race. I get that it's more cinematically exciting than a joust match on, bless you. Bless you. Bless you. The way that Parzival is the one that wins was pretty cool, but I think that it's missing out on the fact that the reason that nobody found the first key for 5 years in the book is that they didn't have enough knowledge of Halliday's clues, and I feel like that was totally lost. That they didn't have to have knowledge. Everyone just kind of like competing in this race. Okay, so those are my first 20-minute thoughts, and now we're making chicken. They're brothers in the book. Why would they change the riddle? If none of the challenges are the same in here, I'm gonna be fucking pissed. Why is her name Karen? Wait. Who is that guy?
You'll find out.
Who is that? That didn't happen in the book. Who's that? That's not Artemis, is it? Are you freaking kidding?
Artemis?
They're meeting already?
Dude, we're like most of the way through the movie. We're
Dude,
like halfway through the movie.
they didn't meet until like the last page of the book.
Nope.
I'm kind of upset about that.
Wah.
Why did they change it? They had it written for them in the book. There's not even a gate.
There might be a gate.
Oh my goodness. There's not 3 gates?
There's one gate.
There's one gate?
With 3 keyholes.
Oh no. They're going into The Shining? Together? I hate this movie.
I love this one.
Why have you made me watch this?
Because I love you.
I'm in physical pain. Sacrificing herself? That's just so fundamentally against everything that is Artemis' character. Who is that?
Chill out.
It just gets worse and worse. Are you mad? Marshall?
Don't give a fuck what you think.
In
West Villanova, you were born and raised?
West Villanova? That's not the word.
It might be, I don't know.
No, West Philadelphia.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Okay. Wait, I don't get any?
Take some!
Give me a bowl. So, okay. In,
West Philadelphia, born.
No. In the book. In the book.
I spent most of my days.
In the book. They pretend to be brothers in the Oasis, but in real life they're best friends. And in the movie, they pretend to be best friends in the Oasis, and in real life they're brothers. I kind of like that better, actually, that they're brothers in real life. So it's that, like, two things I like better. What are they doing? This shouldn't even be called Ready Player One. This should be called a movie that has nothing to do with the book Ready Player One. She's taking down the shield. Artemis. That's the wrong person.
I knew you were gonna hate that.
Okay. I need you to explain what it is that you like about this movie.
Everything.
Like what, though? Like the
Everything.
graphics and stuff?
Yeah, the graphics are very good. I like the characters. I'm not too tired.
I enjoyed watching the movie with you.
I enjoy watching Yeah. I like your reaction.
I love you.
I love you too.
I'm trying to surround someone.
Hold my hand. I'm so sad. I'm actually really upset that the movie was not good. Like, I can't say 0 parts of it were good, but like, it wasn't good. That was a 2-star movie. I 100% understand that movies cannot be what books are. The things that were changed in the movie just really felt unnecessary to me. The suspense before anybody finds the first key after 5 years, to me, was a really important part of the book, and I totally skipped over that. And then we were like an hour and 20 minutes, an hour and 15 minutes in, and so we still had an hour and 10 minutes left. So we were halfway into the movie, and they were about to find the third key, which in this version there are no doors, or there's the last door. So they're about to go to the final challenge, and we still have half the movie left. So to me, they spent way too long on the climax and not enough on the setup. I did like that they made it more about the relationships. So like the final test was he going to sign this alone and be selfish, or was he going to do it with his friends? So in that way, I actually think that was stronger than the book, because that element of the book wasn't as... I think it was better executed in the movie. The riddle was dumb. That was like the worst part of the movie, was that stupid riddle. He had good riddles written out. The good clues were written out. So even if you had to like tweak them because of elements of the book that were in the clue that he had taken out, it just seems so much better than making up new ones that were really dumb. It wasn't even based on the book. It was based on the concept of the book. Sorrento was not a good antagonist in the movie. He was kind of goofy, and so it just made the conflict fall really flat for me, because I didn't believe that he was ever going to kill them, whereas he legitimately was trying to kill them, and did kill Dido in the book. I'm really disappointed. I thought it was going to be really cool. I'm so disappointed. Wow, I'm like actually sad. Like actually sad about it. It's fine. Just like among other things that I think that they shouldn't have changed from the book, the conflict didn't make sense. The pacing of the movie was very weird. The world building wasn't great. The choices didn't make sense. Relationships weren't developed. Characters weren't developed. Like, they just bit off way more than they could chew. The antagonist wasn't convincing. I'm glad my brother doesn't care about my opinion, because I care about his opinion and I get really upset if he's upset, but he's not like me. Stay hydrated, and I'll see you on the next one.